You come on. And we're live.
Hello. Welcome to Feelings with the Geekiary. I'm Erin, and I'm here with only Vaughn tonight. It's just the two of us, the dynamic duo.
Yes. That just sounds way better than they are. Yeah, Sarah's indisposed. I mean, she says she's sick, but really, I think she's just really upset about Zayn leaving One Direction.
Agreed. Also, my dog is gonna star tonight too.
He's
because
like
just hanging
stepping
out.
in to Tara. Or is that rude? Sorry, we're not saying that you could be replaced by a dog, Tara.
No, definitely not. No, I mean, before we get too far, of course, we have to, we're going to tackle some tough topics tonight, so we want to remind everyone that the views expressed on this webcast are those of us as the hosts, as individuals, and don't necessarily represent the Geekiary or the webcast itself as a whole. So, without further ado, let's talk a little bit about Zayn, if you want. He left One Direction today, officially. We're a little fangirling, but it happens. Did we lose Vaughn? All right, well, I'll keep talking. So, lots of reminders. We are still going strong on the Indiegogo campaign for San Diego Comic-Con. We've reached our funding goal, but I think we're at about $1,500 right now. We still have a ton of perks left that you can still get. Yesterday was the hotel sale for San Diego Comic-Con. That's always quite tough, very nerve-wracking, very stressful if you are involved in that at all. Some of us, myself included, got the quote bad form, which was when we went to submit our choices for the hotel. Not everything showed up correctly, so people were coming up with bad forms. Who knows how it's going to shake out? I guess everyone is getting confirmations now that at least they had their submissions go through successfully. I have not yet gotten mine, and it's very distressing because I just want to know if my form got submitted. Anyway, we'll find out. I guess we're supposed to find out by tomorrow what our assignments are. So
Hello.
Hello. You're back.
Sorry about that. Okay. Awesome. Have you just been complaining about the hotel?
Yes.
Since I left this chat?
Yes. I was talking about hotel hell, hotel apocalypse the whole time. It's so stressful.
It is so stressful. Let's not talk about it because it's upsetting me.
I know. I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep checking my email while we're on the webcast because I really want to get my confirmation. So
I got my confirmation, so I'm sweet. I mean, we don't have a hotel yet, but who cares? I'll probably just sleep in the street anyway. It's fine.
So yeah, I was talking about the Indiegogo campaign. We still have lots of perks left. I think we have, I think it's 12 days left before the campaign closes.
So there's some really cool stuff. There's still a Team Wolf pack and a Guardians of the Galaxy pack and a Walking Dead pack and a Doctor Who pack that has like all kinds of awesome goodies in it for like really, really good prices. Trust me, you guys are not going to get this much stuff for that much money.
Yeah, they're really cool. And since I think I was just checking to see where we were. Yeah, since we have officially made the $1,500 mark, that means that we're going to have the Geekiary Girls comic.
Yay! I've always wanted to be a comic. I feel like I was made to be a comic character, so that's good. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I got a little preview of myself in the comic, and it's quite exciting. So, yes.
Nice. Nice. While like we were in the gap, we had the drunk feelings, which was fun. But I also did an interview with the creator of Extant, uh, which is the Halle Berry sci-fi show. Kind of fits with our theme because like we're going to be talking about also awesome female leads a bit later
Yes.
on. But yeah, no, it was really really interesting experience, and he had a lot of interesting things to say about season 2. If so, you should definitely check that out.
I have not watched it, but I think it sounds cool. I have a ton of TV on my plate, so I'll get to it eventually. But the interview was awesome.
Yeah. We're trying to get some more interviews, so hopefully you'll see some more there. And you should definitely subscribe to the podcast because you might get some extras on there as well.
Sorry, my cat just like took a running leap at my face, so she's very hyper tonight. It freaked me out.
She's just really excited that she has a lot of feelings. Okay, we get that.
Yeah. It's true. I know. So sorry. That was very scary.
Erin's death by a cat live on YouTube.
Well, do you want to talk about that? We're the podcast now.
Yeah, we are. We have a podcast. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. It's very fancy. It's called Feelings with the Geekiary because that's the name. So just search the Geekiary and you should be able to find us. Otherwise, there's a link on the blog. So yeah, subscribe because yeah, at the moment it's just a webcast, but there probably will be some super extra special episodes just for the podcast coming up. So.
Ooh, that sounds cool. I did not know that. That's exciting.
I was working on some things. Yeah.
This is separate from the Indiegogo campaign, but it's cool. We're doing a giveaway, and I think that Friday is the deadline.
Yeah,
we're giving away 3 copies of the Never Have I Ever card game.
Yes, the card game that we are going to play at Comic-Con in the hotel room that we do not have yet.
Somebody will get a hotel. It's fine. Someone will.
Someone, somewhere. Please, just invite us into your room. Hey, celebrities, surely you get hotel rooms. Let us stay with you. We're nice. We don't take up a lot of space.
No, Lee Pace, Tom Hiddleston, slumber party. Yes.
I'll even share your bed.
Right. Oh man, we're so bad tonight.
We've just worked out that Tara's the one that holds us together, isn't it?
I think it is. We're just the giggly fangirls, and she's the one who's like, let's talk about some real stuff now.
Yeah, okay. Fine, we'll talk about some real stuff. What about Helix? Because I finally caught up on this stupidly bizarre show. I know everything. I'm up to the episode that you were up to.
It's weird.
And by I know everything, I mean that I know nothing. I don't understand it.
I know. It's gotten real strange the last, 2 episodes. I
marathoned the whole of season 2 in one day, and let me tell you, I came out of it with 2 things. A massive craving for honey, and a massive crush on Dr. Hottie. You know the one with the eyebrows and the Chris Evans jawline? The one that's kind of right now got a one-way ticket to, pus-fueled crazy town?
Dr. Summer. Kyle.
Yes, Hottie. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, he's and I've written about this in the reviews that I write for the website, but he's not your typical hero in horror genre. He actually is aware that there is crazy going on all around him, and he wants nothing to do with it. He's like, get me out of here. So
he's just immortals. Oh my god, creepy, perma baby, cult leaders. It's just what?
And Landry is Quasimodo, and the weird music. It's very strange. It's very bizarre.
I desperately want to talk to whoever's responsible for the music on the show because I feel like they have to be insane but amazing. I want to meet them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still love the show. It's great. It's just crazy.
I love it. I feel like we're selling it badly on this show because we're like, the show is insane. We don't understand what's going on, but it's in a good way.
Yeah, it's so good. And sometimes it's hard to tell, though, if, the cast and the crew and the writers are in on it and they know it's crazy, or they're just like, no, this is a really serious show. I'm hoping that they're in on it because they're doing really good. So
yes. If this is one giant joke that they're in on, then like I am here for it because I want to be part of this.
I know. Definitely. Yeah, we'll have to, I think we have 2 more episodes left before the season finale, so I'm sure at our next webcast we will have plenty of feelings about the season finale. So
yeah, I wonder if Tara likes Dr. Hottie as well and he's really upset that he's all pussy and gross now.
Probably. I mean, he's pretty good. He's like universally good looking.
He's got that like painted on stubble. That's perfect. You know what I mean? Just and the jawline, man. Oh, just good. It's
and
good.
The blue eyes. And the blue eyes.
Crazy.
Yes. Anyway, we should probably talk about something besides boys.
Okay. Well, this is kind of like half boys, half girls. There's an X-Files is coming back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Are you?
Kind of, like, I'm super excited because I love the X-Files, but, like, you got to admit that it got pretty bad towards the end. Like, it jumped the shark crazy amount.
Well, I don't disagree with you. However, you know, I thought the movies that came out afterwards were decent. You know, and I think there's been enough time away where I think it has a lot of potential for being pretty good. Yeah, and David Duchovny, I mean, come on.
Yes, Gillian Anderson. Gillian Anderson, is it Gillian? Gillian, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we'll have to figure that out by the time the show comes back. Stay tuned. This is the kind of, like, awesome exposés you get on feelings.
We don't know how to pronounce things, so we make it up.
Okay, but obviously, like, the biggest news is that Zayn left One Direction, and everybody had an emotional breakdown. Like, I am super emotional about it.
We were talking.
My One Direction.
Sorry. Go. We were talking before we went live a little bit about how sad Harry Styles is about Zayn leaving. That he was seen crying and like mourning. And Vaughn, you said that you woke up this morning. It's actually Thursday morning there, right? And you thought that he had died. You thought Zayn had actually died based on the headlines.
Based on the headlines and the way that everyone was reacting, I thought he had died. I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. And then I realized that he just left One Direction, which, granted, is basically the same as dying. But, you know, I feel like that could have been a little clearer.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I hope that he takes some time off and gets things in his personal life figured out, and maybe, I mean, I think he would be successful as a solo artist if he ever wanted to do that. He's got a good voice, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love One Direction, and I understand, like, I don't want to belittle any of the fangirls that, like, are super upset about this, because I totally get it. Trust me, I completely understand it. Like, we're laughing about the overreaction, but I do completely get it. But,
oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, something is going on with him, and I, like, have a weird kind of maternal instinct towards One Direction. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm older and they're so tiny and cute. And I'm like, oh, I hope you're okay. I kind of want to, like, you know, sit him down, give him some tea. What is going on with you, Zane? Like, let's talk about this. Let's see how we can fix it.
You know what I just realized?
What?
That One Direction is actually playing a show on preview night of San Diego Comic-Con in San Diego. I totally forgot about that.
No, I remember. I totally forgot about that too. But without Zayn.
Yeah, Zayn will not be there, unfortunately. But, you know, I mean, they'll be in the same area, so that'll be cool.
I don't know. I mean, I just want all of the fangirls at San Diego Comic-Con to just band together and go and fangirl about One Direction together.
it could happen. Although I will be at HopCon drinking beer
Oh yeah.
made by Will
Yeah,
Wheaton.
see, that's
So.
the thing. That's the thing. There's probably no booze at a One Direction concert, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sure there's booze and plenty of other things.
I don't know. I don't want to like ruin like impressionable young youth. I don't know.
You need to spend more time in the U.S., clearly.
I don't think so. You guys have a drinking age of 21, man. That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that just means legally you can't drink. I mean, I don't know. Anyway,
The dog's
we should
scratching.
probably move on from Zane. I don't know.
Do we have to? Do we have to? We can hug my pillow some more.
I'm more of a.
I have a One Direction duvet set, or like a comforter set, I guess, for Americans.
That's nice. I love that. See, when I was younger, my boy band was NSYNC. They were very, very popular when I was at the end of high school. And so I was in love with them, and I saw them in concert like 17 times. So
I was a Backstreet Boys girl, so I think we have to fight now.
Nah. NSYNC will always be better.
Oh, no. Backstreet Boys all the way. I still know the entire dance routine to Backstreet's Back.
Ooh,
And I break it out sometimes at parties.
That is a really good video, though.
Yeah.
I will agree with you. I always had a really big crush on Howie. So.
All right. So we should move on to like our proper discussion for the webcast.
Okay.
We're going to talk about female leads, and we're going to start with the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which is obviously started recently. Well, went online recently on Netflix, and I think everyone in the world streamed it at the exact same time. And then everybody started freaking out about the way that race was depicted in the show at the same time.
We're talking about the tough topics here. Yeah. How do you feel about the way that the race was handled in the show?
I feel like I shouldn't really have an opinion on account of like I'm a white girl. Like I recognize my privilege, and I'm like, I really shouldn't like speak for other people. But what I am excited about is how much people are talking about it. Which is actually what I think the show has done really well, is like got people talking about it. The thing about the way that race is depicted in the show is it makes people uncomfortable, and it should.
I completely agree. I think that just having however you want to call them, minorities or people of color, whatever, whenever you have those types of people in prominent roles, especially on a television show, I mean, that's success. Putting those characters in front of people is success. And I agree that anytime you can start that conversation, hopefully, it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, but hopefully people get something out of it.
Yeah, I think that a lot of what it does is like play on like white people's expectations of race and how white people deal with racism, which is by ignoring it completely.
Yes.
And just don't talk about it. Just don't talk about racism because it makes me feel bad, okay? And so as soon as they start playing, like pushing those like stereotypes that we have and the kind of like the privilege that white people have, which they talk about on that show, on Kimmy Schmidt all the time, then white people start to go, hang on, I'm really uncomfortable about this, so it's probably racist.
I mean, yes, I completely agree. You said it. It's, yes, it pushes the boundary, but it's supposed to. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable and kind of question, well, is it okay that I'm laughing at this? I don't know. I'm laughing at it because it's funny. But
yeah, you You should question it. That's what humor should do, is make you think about stuff and go, is this okay?
I did read an article though, and I'm trying to remember where I read it. I think it was, let's see. Oh, I think it was a Slate.com article, and it was talking about the kind of comparing and contrasting the relationship between Kimmy and Dong in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and then compared that to the relationship with Eliza and Henry on Selfie.
Oh yeah.
Because you've got a redheaded white girl dating an Asian guy.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting because in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, I don't think it worked. The two actors had no chemistry on screen, in my opinion. And so I think what they were trying to achieve by bringing that conversation up, it didn't go anywhere because they didn't have any chemistry. Whereas when you have, Karen Gillan and Henry Cho on Selfie were just electric. They had such good chemistry, and you believed that relationship. So
yeah, no, I agree. Like, I saw like an article about how it was really exciting that Kimmy and Dong were like a mixed race couple, and I get what they're saying about that, but I also agree that I don't think they had enough chemistry. On their own, those two performers are great, but yeah.
It just wasn't believable. It just felt like it was forced to be. It was just a plot point to be a plot point. It didn't make sense.
I read an interesting article. I think it was on the Daily Dot, which was like from a Native American watching Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and like she asked, or he asked some really interesting questions about, like, is it okay for a white actress to play a Native American passing as white? Like, does that count as red face? And she kind of came to the conclusion that because Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt pushes you to a place that makes you uncomfortable, like, that forces you to actually ask these questions, which are important questions that you should be asking about every single piece of media that you consume.
Yeah, I agree. It is uncomfortable. I didn't find the Native American part too terribly entertaining, but it was funny, but the whole time I was like, I don't understand what this has to do with anything, so I'm just gonna go along with it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny. I don't know. I think it's a funny show. It's so funny.
It is. It's so funny, and the theme tune is still in my head. I can't get it out. But then, is that racism? Like, playing like on the stereotype of the kind of black guy on the news, or is that just forcing you to like question that whole I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
Of race, online, like the way that it's kind of exploited, I guess.
I don't know. Racism is hard for me. I'm what some people would consider a little bit of a socialist, so I have pretty on the fringe ideas about racism. So, for me, comedy can be uncomfortable, and I think that the showrunners for Kimmy Schmidt know exactly what they're doing with pushing that line. And
yeah, so you think it was all kind of on purpose, and they were trying to start this kind of conversation that is happening in response to Kimmy Schmidt?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of it just didn't make sense. And so what other point is there other than to do that? So
I think I saw like one article pointed out that like in the first episode, the interview, like where it's talking about the girls getting rescued and stuff, at the runner along the bottom says breaking news, white woman found, and then under that in like smaller words it says Hispanic woman also found.
exactly.
Which is
Exactly.
which is funny because it's making fun of us and the fact that we're racist as
Yeah,
a society.
because
It's like,
I mean that's how it happens. That's how it
yeah,
happens in real life. So yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I
unfortunately.
mean,
I mean,
generally, I'm like, yeah, I'm a huge fan of making fun of white people. As a white person, I am, because we need, like, privilege needs to be checked, man. Make fun of me, like, call me a white girl. Say, hey, you like, I like Starbucks, and sometimes I wear UGG boots. You know, I'm sorry. That's who I am. But I get it. I get it. I have privilege, and I try really hard to be better with it. But you know, I am a product of the society that I was born into. So it's an effort.
yeah, I mean, I get it. I agree. Um, let's see. What else? Let's move on. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like
Yeah.
we've talked about Kimmy a lot. Um, I like it. You should check it out if you haven't watched it. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original series. So, as
Oh yeah.
always, let us know what
And
you think about it.
if anyone in Australia is listening to this, we have Netflix now, so you can get it. Yay, legally. I
Oh.
mean, not that you would get it illegally, but you can get it legally now.
You want to talk a little bit about iZombie?
Yes, iZombie has started, and it's awesome.
I am a fan. Yes. What do you think? I mean, since we're kind of right now on the topic of diversity and racism, how do you feel about the diverse cast that iZombie has?
I'm, I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, generally, like, I think it could. Obviously, you could always do better as far as diversity goes. But yeah, like there's three lead characters really, and two of them are men of color. So
Hmm.
that's good, and they seem to be kind of, well, at least one of them is probably going to be part of the love triangle. I'm not sure who. I'm guessing it's what's his name, the police officer. I suck at learning
Babineau.
characters' names. So
Babineau.
okay,
And Babineau is the detective, and Ravi is the medical examiner who is Liv's
yeah.
boss.
See, right. I reckon he's going to be the love interest because I ship her with Robbie, the boss, and I
Yes.
always ship the wrong thing, like consistently.
Well, I mean, they have very natural chemistry, and I've talked about this. I've done the reviews for the site, the first two episodes, and they have very natural chemistry. I think that they're so funny on screen. But the thing that I really like is that the characters are written very intelligently, and when they have conversations with each other, it sounds like they're educated people. They're not just two characters on a TV show. Like,
Yeah,
and to me, I really, really appreciate that.
yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I think that it gets a lot of that from. It's like the spiritual successor to Veronica Mars, obviously, because it's Rob Thomas.
yeah.
Um, but it feels like it has a lot of like that Veronica Mars feel, but like weirder. It's like Veronica Mars crossed with Buffy.
Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah.
To have like a weird kind of post-meta TV show that is like comic book-esque. You know?
Yes.
It's like if they created Buffy and Veronica Mars now, this is what would happen, and that is what happened. Sorry,
I mean,
that didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but you know what I mean. You get it.
that was kind of meta, actually. So, I mean, how are you liking Liz as a female lead character?
She's great. She's really good. I mean, yeah, she's kind of she's not Veronica Mars, which is like a lot of people are comparing the two and stuff. And she is a female lead, and she's working as a detective, but she's absolutely nothing like Veronica Mars except that she's blonde. Um, but she's yeah, no, I like her. She's kind of like I like that she's kind of serious and focused and very kind of she was very kind of career driven, so it's interesting to see her kind of ripped from her like goal oriented life and put into this crazy supernatural drama. Yeah, no, I like her.
Yeah, I think that Rose McIver is doing an amazing job of playing Liv, because
Yeah.
part of what makes Liv so intriguing is that she eats the brains of dead people, and then she inherits some of the dead person's feelings, memories, all of the stuff. And so it's cool because she is a versatile enough actress to pull off, kind of traits from different people and different characters. It's cool. It's cool to watch.
Oh yeah, like in the most recent episode, she was kind of like this like Lothario artist, and she was just like flirting with everyone.
I
That's great.
really
That's
enjoyed
great.
the flirting. It was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. But I
So
like
what do
that
you?
they're keeping that kind of light and airy, instead of taking the show too dark, which can obviously very easily happen.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the funniest show that deals with kind of dead people around at the moment. Anyway, obviously there have been funny shows that dealt with dead people before. Pushing
Yes,
Daisies, which we miss. It kind of has a Pushing Daisies feel a little bit.
a little bit. Kind of that
A little bit.
surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really like it. I mean, obviously we're looking at two very different shows, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and iZombie, but I think they're all the same kind of mold as far as like female leads that are on TV at the moment.
Yeah.
They're they're very kind of heightened and they're nice. There's nice girls. They're not kind of like uber tough girls. For a while there was those super strong kind of masculinized heroes.
No, I agree with you. It's refreshing to see like more kind of normal,
Yeah.
not over the top sort of characters.
Yeah. I mean, well, obviously they're over the top. She's a zombie, but
Well, right.
like like underneath that, it's nice to see like someone who's feminine.
Yes, she wears dresses all the time.
Yes, yeah, she looks so cute though. I love
I
her outfits.
know. I know. She's adorable. We love iZombie. Oh,
It's so good. I'm a huge fan. I definitely can't wait to see where it goes. I mean, at the moment, I think that it might need an overarching mystery. Like, I mean, obviously, what's going on with the zombie is part of it, but I feel like it needs like a more kind of cohesive series storyline. Do you know what I mean?
no, I agree, and I think that they may be setting up for that in two
Yeah.
different kind of subplots. The first being the relationship and what's going on with Blaine, who is
Yeah.
the other zombie that we just got introduced to, David Anders, who is amazing at playing bad guys,
Oh yeah.
that you love to hate. Oh, he's so good at that.
So
But
good.
then also the subplot of Ravi trying to find the cure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think
Well,
they
yeah.
have some potential with those two storylines. So,
Yeah, obviously, like super zombie criminal is not good, and apparently, like zombie is a sexually transmitted disease, which is great. It's something that I'm
yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that they kind of didn't show exactly what happened there.
but it's kind of
But
insinuating that with the way that she has to break up with the boyfriend because like Liz has to break up with the boyfriend because she's afraid that if she sleeps with him, she'll turn him into a zombie.
it's a bodily fluid exchange, I
Yeah.
guess. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess
it is.
it's
Yeah,
never really been addressed before.
yeah,
People don't usually have sex with zombies in the normal zombie universe.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
only an iZombie when they're super sexy zombies.
Yeah.
Ugh,
super sexy zombies. Well, it is the CW, you know, they got to sex everything up.
it's true.
We haven't had enough shirtless boys on this show, really.
Hmm. No. It could happen. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, zombies shirtless is weird. I guess there's like some like dead bodies in the morgue.
Yeah, they're shirtless. Oh man, this just took a weird turn.
Oh, we need Tara back. We really need Tara. This is what happens when you're not here, Tara. We talk about necrophilia.
Yeah. We didn't. No. Yep. So anyway, moving on. What else? What else do we have going on? Let's see.
Well, if we're looking at like awesome female leads, because we've talked about Agent Carter, we've got iZombie. Our admin Angel recently wrote like an article which had Agent Carter, iZombie, and the 100, which I have not watched yet, but is on my watch list. So we've got a few, like some really great female characters, like some really great, interesting female characters and flawed female characters in leading roles on television at the moment, which is really good.
I have only watched the first season of the 100, but I really like it. Excuse me. The character Clark is kind of the main female protagonist there, although it really is more of an ensemble cast. But Clark is definitely a strong young woman, but she also, I mean, she has to make those hard decisions. She definitely, I think what stands out for her is that she's kind of a natural born leader, and she has to kind of step up and make tough decisions, even though she's reluctant at first, but she sees that there's a void that needs to be filled. So, and I think that a lot of intelligent young women have to face those sorts of issues every day. So it's refreshing to see that on TV.
And she's bisexual, so yay.
Yes, I have not gotten to that part of the series, but yes, I've heard that she is bisexual, but I have also heard that they kind of treated it as a non-issue, which I think is even better, because I think sometimes that stuff just gets thrown in your face, and that's what makes it hard for so-called straight people to stomach those types of issues. You know, if you make it a non-issue, then it's just something that you would counter in your everyday life. So
I have like two things, because I want it to be a non-issue. Like, I would really love to like for sexuality to be a non-issue, but at the same time, I kind of like making straight people uncomfortable.
No, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, and I agree. So
yeah. So it's like, yeah, like ideally, I would like it to be a non-issue, and I think that it's great the way that they've done that, and it works in like a future, like especially a futuristic like location, because it's like hopefully when we get to the future, sexuality is a non-issue.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you know, I don't. People often use that as an excuse for like not having queer characters in their show. They say, oh, it doesn't really matter if they're gay or straight, and it's like, well, actually, it does.
Well, right. Yeah. No. I mean, I'm very like I like having different sorts of relationships thrown out there, whether they're physical, non-physical, romantic, non-romantic. I like to analyze all of them. So,
Shippers,
you know,
shipping. Oh, I'm like 100%. I'm the worst shipper in the world. I ship everything. I'm not ashamed of it. Like everyone, like all fanboys always use that as like an insult to me. You're like, you're such a shipper, and I'm like, yeah.
I think it's natural. You know, I think that's natural, especially for women. You know, you as a woman, it's like it's just something naturally that you see when you see two people interact. You come up with, you know, you're like, oh, what kind of relationship do they have? You know, based on their body language. Oh, are they friends? Are they, you know, it just happens. It just happens.
we're
So
we're taught from such a young age, like with all the movies and stuff, that romance is the be all end all for girls. Like princesses, every single movie that is for girls is about romance, right? And then we get to it as, you know, an adult, and we start watching like adult programs, so called, and then they get upset with us for focusing on the romance. It's like, no, you told us this was what was important, and now you're like, no. You shouldn't focus on that. You should focus on, like, how hyperdrive works. It's like, I don't care. I want to know if they're having sex.
You bring up some very good points. I completely agree. Yeah. I mean, it's natural for us to point out those types of relationships. And that's why, like, for me, it's just natural for me to watch a TV show and be like, oh, yeah, those two characters totally have chemistry. Or those two characters, yeah, you know, they're dating. Or off-screen, on-screen. Sometimes it's both. You never know.
Yeah. Ideally, right? Just when RPS crosses with canon, it's just great. Like, yeah. And then they break up and you're like, no, what do we do now? It's like, I don't really care about these person's personal relationships, but in my mind I've created this whole fictional world around reality, and you're screwing with my canon of your life.
No, I agree. And I'm not, you know, surprisingly, even though I like to point out these relationships, I'm not a huge shipper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. But
oh, that's fine.
I just like to look at how characters and actors and everybody interact with each other. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
I was just checking my email again, and I still don't have my confirmations, making me very anxious. I know. I'm sorry.
It'll come through. It'll come through. It's okay. It's okay. We can always stay in Tom Hiddleston's room. Remember, we worked that out.
Oh yeah. Okay. I remember.
Send us a message. We'll get on that. It'll be awesome. I feel like the people behind Helix, like, guys, Helix peeps, if you are there, you should definitely let us stay with you, because we're the only people that talk about Helix.
Helix is such a good show.
Watch it, okay?
Yeah, just watch it. And they're also they're very active on Twitter also. They really like their fans and the fan interaction. So, you know, we're back on Helix.
We're back on Helix. But what I was surprised about with the Helix fandom was that there's a lot of men. Like, it's less kind of fangirls, which I guess is why it never crossed over with people that I know and why I never watched it. But yeah, there's a lot of like fanboys in the
Well, I think
audience.
it's because I don't know, I can't speak for Australia, but I think it's because it's on Sci-Fi. Like, I really think that that's network driven. So.
Yeah, but Sci-Fi's got some like great shows on it. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, back on the female leads, right? We'll talk about that for a little bit. What I want to talk about is the fact that, like, the three shows that we pointed out, and Agent Carter and other things, they're all white women in the lead. And obviously, like, in other genres, we're getting, like, an increasing, like, racial diversity in the lead, like with your Scandals and you How to Get Away with Murder and Empire. Obviously on the CW there's Jane the Virgin and stuff, but that hasn't seemed to cross over into genre TV, which is obviously what we're interested in. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think that there's that misconception of that nerds, geeks, whatever, those are my little quote marks, that those people are all just like basement dweller white people, and that they're, I mean, and so I think that historically genre TV or whatever has always catered to what the creators think that the consumer is, and unfortunately that's not the only consumer. So, but I think, you know, hopefully we're starting to get there. I don't know.
Well, we've got the Black Panther movie coming in a few years.
Miss Marvel?
Yeah. Well, Miss Marvel is great. They should make a movie of the new Miss Marvel. She's amazing. She keeps outselling everyone, and it's such a great comic.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of potential but I don't know. It really, I think that there are a lot of actors and actresses out there that would be willing to do that. I mean, it's not like there are only white fans of genre TV.
Oh yeah, no.
There's
There's
not.
heaps yeah, I would like to see like more women of color in lead roles in genre.
Yeah, absolutely. It just, I mean, I think at this point it's still considered a little bit risky, and so you just have to have the right blend of kind of courageous showrunners, courageous writers, courageous actors, and being able to find the right blend and the right chemistry of that. So.
Yeah, no, I completely, yeah. I hope that we see more of that. I really, come on,
Oh yeah.
take some risks, people. Obviously, like the success of shows like How to Get Away with Murder and Empire, like and Jane the Virgin and stuff shows that people want to see this. Like, I feel like if you put those kinds of characters into a genre kind of or a sci-fi or fantasy situation, then it's going to be so unique that so many people are going to watch it because they haven't seen it before, that it would just automatically have a massive audience.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of crossover potential. I mean, especially you talk about Jane the Virgin. What's her name? Gina. What's her last name? Gina Rodriguez or something. Yeah, I think that's right. She's the main actress who plays Jane.
She's so good.
I mean, she's so good, and so I'm totally blanking on her name, but I think it's Gina Rodriguez. Anyway, I think that she is starting to get enough of a star power from just this one role that I think people will follow her. And I think, if she decides that, oh, I want to, I don't know.
I want to be a superhero. I would watch a superhero movie with her as the star. Like,
exactly.
And I think that because I will give you my money. I don't have a lot of money, but I will give you all of it.
She's good. I mean, she could pull it off. She's funny. I think she could do it.
I think it's like, is it Miss America, the comic character that people keep fan casting her as, which would be great, from Young Avengers. I don't know if you don't read a lot of comics, do you?
No, I watch too much TV for comics. Sorry.
That's all right. Comics are like TV, but
I know.
Better because it has pictures. TV has pictures too, but
I know. I'm the worst fangirl. I'm the worst.
No, it's okay. Anyway, so we should move on, and we'll talk about like TV shows that are coming back, because a couple of them have awesome female leads.
Yes.
Namely Outlander and Orphan Black. I mean,
yes.
Game of Thrones is coming back, but we'll focus on Outlander and Orphan Black at the moment.
Yeah, so those three shows are coming back within like the next couple of weeks, so definitely before we have our next episode of Feelings. So Game of Thrones will I think we might table that a little bit because Tara's really into that, and I think it would be
like the Game of Thrones
unfair for us. Yeah, we'll wait for her to get to talk about that. But I love Orphan Black and Outlander. First of all, Orphan Black is probably my favorite show on TV. It's consistently amazing in writing, acting, costume design, makeup, cinematography, special effects. I mean, it's consistently good in every area, and I don't think there's any other show on TV that you can say that about. So.
No, Orphan Black is amazing. It is the best show on TV. I mean, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the introduction of the Project Castor. So, but because like one of the huge draws of the show is that it's like female dominated. The men in it are kind of peripheral, and they come and go, and they just kind of they don't really matter. But now they've introduced like this storyline that is really integral, that involves a lot of men, and how that's gonna like take away with change the dynamic of the show.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be interesting. I don't really have an opinion one way now. I kind of want to wait and see how it goes. I am hoping that Ari Millen, who plays the male clones, has the acting chops to pull it all off, because we know, I mean, he has a very high bar.
Oh yeah,
where, yeah. You know, so
we expect a lot now. So
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And also, we just found out like a couple of weeks ago that pretty much the entire cast of Orphan Black is going to be at C2E2 next month.
Oh, wow.
In Chicago. So, but we'll talk about that a little later. But I'm excited because I'm going to C2E2. So, and I did go to the Orphan Black panel at Nerd HQ last year at San Diego Comic-Con. And so that was amazing. But I'm looking forward to being in the same room as all of them again, because they're awesome.
I just bowed down and was like, oh, you are so amazing. Everyone was like, you can't make a really cool show about clones, a sci-fi show about clones. You can, and you can do it really well, and it's amazing. Anyone who's not watching Orphan Black is wrong, just wrong.
I know. I tell everyone about it. I'm like, you should be watching this show. It is the best show on TV. And they're like, what's it about? And I'm like, oh, clones? And they're like, that does not sound intriguing at all. And I'm like, no, it's really good. You should watch it.
It's really good. Oh, yeah. The other one is Outlander, obviously, which is I've only seen the first couple of eps. I've got to catch up on that before it starts again. But
yeah, Outlander is really good. It's based on a book series. And it's got a little bit of a supernatural twist to it because it involves some time travel, but it's a really good show. And I think that Tobias Menzies, who is in that, he plays a couple of different characters. I think he could give Tatiana Maslany a run for her money with being able to pull off multiple roles in the same show. He does it well. So, but I don't know.
Isn't it all about the hottie Irish redhead?
Oh yeah. Well, he's Scottish. First of all.
Scottish. Sorry. Oh my God.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, that could really. We're talking about racism here.
I know.
So, I know that can really offend people. Anyway, yeah, Jamie Fraser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the main guy. He's pretty good looking.
That's all I remember from the first episode is she's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be back in time. I don't want to be back in time. And then she sees him and she's like, actually, yeah.
Yeah. I won't spoil it too bad for you, but I think like the second to the last episode of the first half of season 1, which we're about to start second half. Second to the last episode is called, I believe, the wedding episode. So you might want to watch that one.
Heard about that one.
That one's it's pretty intense. It's pretty graphic. So
excellent.
Watch.
I'll watch that. I'll catch up before it starts again, and then we can talk about it more next time. Speaking of stuff that we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
We've got things happening between we're both going to cons. I'm going to Supernova in Melbourne, where Tyler Hoechlin is going to be, so I'm pretty excited about that, and Willa Holland from Arrow, a bunch of other people, so that should be pretty fun. I'll probably try and see if I can do like a short webcast from the con, but we'll see how busy I get.
Yeah, con life is definitely busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I will be going to C2E2 in Chicago with a couple of other reporters, with Bandit and Pearl. And they actually just released the schedule for panels today. So I haven't had a ton of time to pour through everything, but Hey, oh, Jason Momoa is gonna be there. He's like the latest guest. Just
Wow.
got
Wow. You
announced.
can be like, hey, dude, we're basically siblings.
No. But yeah, so there's actually they have some really good guests.
You should ask
So
Jason Momoa to do his Australian accent because he does an excellent Australian accent because he lived here for
oh
ages. So
oh yeah, I'm sure it probably would grow on you a little bit. But yeah, so we're excited about our cons coming up, and
isn't
hopefully
Haley
we'll.
Atwell going to be there?
Yep, Haley Atwell is going to be there. A lot of people have signed up. I mean, it's I know that all three of us are working on getting some interviews lined up with various people. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we will have some really awesome reports for you. So
Awesome. Try to just talk people into coming on our webcast. Tell them they can
yeah,
talk about whatever they want. Like, it doesn't matter. You can talk about necrophilia. It's cool.
yeah, we've already done that. So the door is wide open for whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you have feelings about, man, we embrace it. Just we have a lot of
Yeah.
feelings. Probably a lot. Some of them should not be said. So sorry about that. But
Yeah. Well, I know that Tara is not here with us tonight, but I know that she does have a really cool event coming up on April 10th. She's going to well, last year she did a TED Talk. She's doing TEDx Greenville. So I'm sure she will tweet and talk about it a little bit more later, but I just definitely wanted to throw that out there because I know that she puts in a lot of effort into that. So
she's good. I'll put the link to her TED Talk from last year in the article for this week's episode, so you'll be able to look at it because it's really, really interesting. It's good.
yep, definitely.
Would recommend. Okay, so the other thing that is happening between now and the next episode is April Fool's Day, which I hate. Like, I hate
April Fool's Day too.
I am like the most gullible person ever. You tell me something and I'm going to trust you and be like, oh my God, that's really cool. And then it turns out that you're lying to me because you think that, like, it being a certain day of the year is acceptable to lie to me. It is not.
I'm the same way. I'm not super gullible, but at the same time, like, I don't like being messed with.
Yeah.
I don't like being teased, and I don't like April Fool's Day either.
That's the worst. I hate it. So I'm just going to hide, somewhere in my bed probably and pretend that it's not happening. Eat a lot of Easter eggs instead.
Yeah, chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So just
don't know.
tell me when
Do you in Australia? I know the Brits don't eat much peanut butter. Do you eat much peanut butter?
I do personally, but we don't have it's not like in America. Like you guys have what you do with peanut butter is an art. Like every time I go to America, I'm just like, there's something new that has peanut butter in it, and it's great because you worked it out. Like peanut butter is good with everything. That's good. We have peanut butter in general, but like there's not a million different things. We have to like get special order the American treats like Reese's Pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Reese's eggs, like the cups that are in the egg shape, those are the best because they have the right amount of peanut butter, which is a lot, with just a little bit of chocolate. So I'll send you some. It'll be good.
That sounds excellent. We have the Cadbury cream eggs, but
oh yeah. Not as good as the Reese's eggs. Sorry,
I can't imagine it is. Like, no, what you guys do with peanut butter is truly magnificent, and you should be proud.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love it.
So anyway. Next month, we're going to be talking about, I think it's Avengers Age of Ultron, but although I'm not sure if you guys it'll be out there yet.
I'm not sure exactly what the date is. I don't know. I'm going to have to look this up.
Out in Australia like a week before it comes out in the US, so
okay.
I'm not sure, but we will probably be talking about it, whether it's out or not, because it'll be what everyone is talking about. This is exciting. Yay.
Yes. I can actually get behind the Avengers.
Yeah, you like the Avengers?
Well, mostly because of Loki.
Oh, you're our
but
roommate.
yeah, our roommate. Yeah. I mean, but I can get behind it. Yeah, I like it. I just
Okay,
don't know
so
when it's coming out. So
yeah, well, it's next month sometime, or the beginning, like the 1st of May, maybe at the
yeah.
latest. But yeah, it's the end of next month sometime. Okay, so as a final question, apparently there might be some superhero cameo, like some more superhero cameos in Age of Ultron. So who would you like to see make an appearance? This is a question for Erin and anybody else out there.
Loki.
Loki.
Loki. Yeah,
Loki. Oh, isn't he like too busy
obviously.
pretending to be Odin at the moment?
Well, I mean, I heard a rumor because they were filming Age of Ultron during San Diego Comic-Con last year, and they all came over together to attend, and there were some rumors that Tom Hiddleston was on set for a little while, maybe doing some filming. So
So that is a
I don't know.
possibility.
That would be
Wow.
awesome, but
I reckon there's a good chance you'll get a Spider-Man cameo if they cast him, or maybe possibly but Black Panther, because they'd already
oh
cast
yeah,
him and they shot him. I mean, everyone's really kind of hoping for a Captain Marvel cameo, which would be amazing, but I think they're so far off that they probably won't be able to put her in there.
yeah, it's really hard to say. Any of those, that would be cool. I
Yeah.
mean, Marvel has a lot going on right now, and they can definitely leverage any publicity that they get from any secret superheroes that might show up.
That'd
So,
be excellent. All right, well, we'll find out, won't we? All right,
yeah.
so I guess you better run because you've got to go live tweet Supernatural.
Oh, yeah, more boys. It's Winchester Wednesday.
Yay!
Supernatural on Wednesdays now.
Why do they
Uh,
keep changing the date? I don't
I
understand.
don't, I don't understand it either, but
It's
especially
because
in
the
the middle of
fandom
the
will follow
season,
them anywhere.
it's true. Yeah.
All right, well, so I'm Vaughn, and this is Aaron, and thank you for joining us on Feelings. And this is a reminder that this is a free webcast run of donations, so so we thank you for donating to the Geekiary, so we can come back next month.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.